Hello, my desktop publishing students. This video is going to be on another database, and basically what I want to do is I want to review the concepts and add new things to it as we go. So the first thing that I did is I opened up the accounts receivable database, and you can open up yours and then remember save it with your name and the current date. All right, and I also went to view and I put the zoom up to 140 just to make it easier for you to see. All right, so now you know when we have a database, we must include the field names. And remember, last, first, address, city, and so on are all the field names. So click in cell A3, hold down your shift key, and click in cell I-21. Okay, there's your database. Now click in your name box. And this is the accounts receivable database, so put in AR and then put in the word database. All right, and now you know when we were working in VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP that we used T for table so that you knew it was an HLOOKUP table or a VLOOKUP table. Now, if we're working with databases, I like to use the word name database in the name so that you know. All right, so I'm going to press enter, and remember the first thing you do, you check to see if your definition is correct. All right, click on your drop down and choose AR database, and it highlights perfectly. Click off again in a blank cell. Now the other way is press function key F5, click on AR database, and say OK. And there it is, defined properly. That's what we want. Okay, so I think you've got that pretty well figured out. You should know how to do that. Now, the next step is we're going to do some conditional formatting. I know you've done some conditional formatting, but I want to do some more with you. All right, so I want you to select cells F4 down to F21. Okay, F4 to F21. All right, so now we're going to go to your Home tab. We're going to go to Conditional Formatting, and we want to have highlight cell rules with text that contains, okay, with text that contains. All right, so click there. And this time we want to contain AB. Now yours might have AB in it. If it does, great. If it doesn't, put it in there, AB. And I want you to choose green fill and dark text, okay? So green fill and dark text. And remember, I had to put the quotation marks around the AB, but don't key them in, okay? It's just key in capital A, capital B. And now click OK. And all the Alberta ones are highlighted. So that's exactly what the conditional formatting was to do. That was good. Okay, now you can leave them selected, and we can add another conditional format. So leave it selected, go to Conditional Formatting, highlight cell rules, text that contains. Okay, this time let's put in MB for Manitoba. Okay, so I want to put in a capital M, capital B, no quotation marks, remember, and I want the light red fill with the dark red text, and say OK. And now all the Manitoba ones have been selected and colored. All right, so that's good. You remember how to do that. That's pretty easy. Okay, now this time I want you to go to the city. I want you to click on Vancouver. I want you to hold down the Control key because I'm doing a random selection, and click on Calgary. Where's Calgary? Here's Calgary. And I want to click on Toronto. And there's Toronto. Okay, so I just want to change the font color here to red. Okay, so just make them red. That's all you have to do. And now click outside, and you can see that I have made them red. All right, go Control S to save, just so that you've got that. So now, this time, we can sort by conditional formatting, okay? So, and note that I said sort, okay? So click on the drop-down arrow for the name box, okay? So first of all, for the name box, click your drop-down arrow, select your database, okay? Did you select your database? You should see that it is selected. All right, now, click on the Data tab, okay? Click on the Data tab. And I want you to click on the filter button. You see your sort and filter group, click on your filter button. And now do you see the little arrows dropping down as you're going to act as your filters, okay? Now, in the province column, I want to click on the drop down. And here's where I want you. Now, you can sort A to Z, Z to A. That's not hard. You can do that. But here you have sort by color, filter by color. Now, filter by color shows only the ones that meet the criteria. Sort by colors, they will all be on your screen. So right now, I want you to do sort. Okay? Now, take a look. We can sort by cell color, no fill, or red or green. We can also sort by font color, because remember we have a dark green on the text, we have a dark red on the text. All right, I want to sort by cell color, and I want to choose the green, okay? So click on the cell color, green. So my green ones are at the top, all right? And they're still there. Now I also want you to go Control Z to undo, okay? And they're still in the same place because that's where they were, and they start with A, so can't do anything about that. All right, now this time I want you to click on the filter for city column. So click on the drop down here for city column, and I want to choose sort by color. Now I only have one color, except that I have an automatic. So therefore, the automatic means that it's black if you choose automatic, okay? But we're going to sort by red first, okay? So click on red, and now do you see Calgary, Vancouver, and Toronto up at the top, okay? They're sorted in the same order that you selected them, and they're red. All right, now go Control Z to undo that, okay? All right, so now go to the filter to province, click on the drop down, and we're going to sort by color, okay? So go to sort by color. And this time, you're going to go to a custom sort, okay? So sort by color, and you're going to go to a custom sort, all right? So now, in the first one, it says sort by what? Okay, so click on your drop down. You want to sort by province. And now, sort on. We could sort on values, but we can sort on cell color and font color. Okay, so we want to sort on cell color. So choose cell color. And the cell color we want to choose is I want to put the red on top. So choose red. And here you have the choice of on top or on the bottom. I want the red on top. Now we're going to add a level. Okay, and we're going to sort still by province. Okay, still by province. Now we're going to sort on cell color. Again, but this time we want to sort on green, okay? And we want to leave this on top. That's just fine. So now click OK. Sorry. And what do you see? You see the red ones on top and then the green ones. All right, go Control Z to undo. So now all of these have been sorts, and all your records have stayed on the screen, and all they've been done is put in a different order according to what you sorted on. All right, now we're going to go to the filters, okay? So I want you to click on the drop down arrow for the city column, okay? Click on the drop down arrow for the city column. And I want you to choose now not sort by color, but filter by color. And I want to choose automatic. Okay, so choose automatic. And do you see that all the black ones are showing? Because that's the automatic color is black. Now, do you see the records are all blue? Okay, that tells you those are the records that met the criteria. All right, and you can't see the red ones because they're hidden. All right, so now I want you to go back here, and you see the filter with the drop down arrow? That tells you that you've got a filter on there. So we're going to go back, and we're going to say clear the filter. Now when you clear the filter, you can see all the records, and you can see the red records, right? Okay, this time, go to the drop down for province, or pardon me, for city. Click on the drop down arrow, and I want you to say filter by color. All right, and this time we're going to choose red. Okay, so we chose red, and now do you see the three red ones are the ones who met the criteria? They are blue, and they're the only ones that are visible. All right, go back to your filter button and say clear the filter from city. So pretty easy, but you see the difference. You pull the data out that meets the criteria, and that's all. Okay, so now I want to take you into custom filters, and I think you'll remember this from the last one. Remember that if we are going to have, we can have 7 criteria if we want, but if they are all have to be met, they have to be on the same row. Remember, the same row means and if you can meet this criteria or that criteria, then it's or, and we have to use 2 different rows. All right, so what we're going to do first of all, I'm still going to work with the auto filter, but we'll come to those other filters in a minute. So click on the filter arrow for the due field. So click on here, and we want to go to number filters. Note that it says filters, okay? Number filters. And we see all the operators, equals, does not equal, greater than, and so on. So I want you to choose between. Okay, choose between. All right, so now you see you have and you have have or. Right now we're going to leave it on and, okay? So now it said I want to find a value, and I'm going to say 762. So watch. I've got is greater than or equal to. All right, and now you could change the operator, but this is for between, so you want is greater than or equal to, and is less than or equal to. All right, so now I'm going to click on the drop down, and it gives me a list of every value in my database. So why? So that you can click on it and not make a mistake. All right, so I want you to choose 762. All right, now is greater than this, and or it's less than or equal to, and I want you to click here again to practice this, and I want you to choose the amount 1442.25. So there's the show the rows that are between those values. So it has to be greater than or equal to 762, but less than or equal to 1442.25. All right, so say okay. And now you have 1442.25, and you have 762, and 935 is in between. So that's how you do the between one, and it's very easy for you to do that. All right, so now I want you to go back to the due column, clear the filter from the due column. Okay, so this time we're going to do it one more time. So I want to go to due, okay, and I want to go to number filters, and I want to choose between. All right. Now, this time I didn't want to choose the specific value. I wanted to just use a round number. So I want to put in something that is greater than 500 and less than or equal to 1500. Okay, and I keyed in my own values. All right, click OK. And now I have this time, I have 556 because I put in 500, not 762, and I have 4 records that meet the criteria. Okay, so now go back to your filter here and say clear the filter from due. All right, and we did that. Okay, let's try it now with names, okay? So let's go to the last name and click on the drop down here. And now note, we don't have number filters because the computer said this is text, which it is. So we want to choose text filters, and we want to say equals. Okay, so choose equals. All right. Now, equals what? Okay, once again, you can click on here and you can have the name, any name in your database. Well, I'm going to tell you, key it in so you don't make a mistake. Okay, because lots of times you say, oh, I won't make a mistake. Well, you do. So select it. And this time we're going to change from and to or. So make it or. So I'm going to say, show me the last name that is equal to Smith or equal to small. And I'm going to choose small here. Okay. All right. And click OK. And I've got to be fast here, and you see that you have how many records? 6 records, and that's right. Okay, so now we're going to go back to your filter, and we're going to say clear the filter. All right, and I'm going to stop right there because I'm out of time.